Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my video. I'm gonna do this video on how to correct that situation where you guys have like a damaged SD card and it says try formatting it and you guys don't want to format it because if you guys press that format button, what's gonna happen is everything gets erased. Now I had like so much stuff on this card, so much stuff. I mean, like I don't know, like 20 gigs of videos, photos, stuff, and unfortunately, I didn't format this to begin with, and that's the problem. All right, you guys get one of these SD cards. What you guys should do is you guys should format it. All right, and unfortunately, when I put this in, it didn't say that there was an issue. I don't believe it said there was an issue. It may have. I'm not sure at this point. But when I put it in, when I copy and pasted all my information from my old phone to this card, no issues doing that, and I had no issues clicking on the footage and stuff like that on the files. Pictures came up, videos came up. But when I took this card out to put in another phone that I was trying to do something with, on that phone it says damaged SD card. Try formatting it. Obviously, I didn't format it because I had done that one time before and it erased everything, which is a pain in the ass. And I don't know why these SD cards don't automatically self-format. It should just come out self-formatted because a lot of people just don't know that they need to be formatted. They add information onto the card, and then at some point they take the card out and then put it back in, and it says it's damaged or whatever. I don't know why that these companies don't do that. It's a Samsung card, but I mean, I've had like SanDisk cards, other memory cards where the same situation happened, and I had, no other choice but to just format it. Pain in the butt, I tell you. But here's the thing. So I had so much information on this card. It's a 128 gig card. I put so much information on it that, I wasn't going to just, format it and then copy and paste all that stuff again. That's not going to happen. And I know a lot of people run into this situation where, they get kind of desperate and they press the wrong button format and hoping that, all the info is going to be saved. None of the info is saved. All right. So I looked around on the internet, try to figure out a way to actually do it. Went into the Play Store. I have an Android phone. Went into the Play Store, see if I could find some apps that'll just reformat it without erasing all the information or whatever, or clear or correct the errors in the card. No apps that I could actually see that I could actually do that. So second best way is I found this. All right, and guess what, guys? It worked. It worked. All right. So what I had to do is I have a Windows 10 tablet, Windows 10 desktop tablet. All right. So I had to buy a micro SD card reader, which I bought. Some micro SD card reader. All right. I put this in, connect it to the USB portion of my tablet. All right, guys. So I'm going to save you guys a whole bunch of trouble. I'm going to save you guys a whole bunch of trouble. So I looked it up, right? As you guys can see, it is in, you guys look at the file manager. Skip that. You guys look at the file manager, right? It's in the D portion. This is the D drive, right? But previous to that, I clicked on it. It says it's damaged or whatever, and you need to format it. It's already been formatted. I actually went through the whole entire thing, and it worked. I got all my files back. All my files is back. So I got 102 gigs left out of 119 gigs. Before, it didn't even show this. It showed none of this. All right, it didn't show any of this stuff. It just said there was a card in a D drive, and when I click on it, it says card damaged. Do you want to format it? So obviously from my research on the website, I did the command, COMD command, CMD, right? And as you guys can see, I went through. I'm not a coder, all right? I don't code, so it was kind of, I had, did a lot of things to try to get the exact CHKDSK, right? I was a little bit confused, so I tried it so many different ways before it actually worked. So this last portion right here, CHKDSK space the drive, the semicolon, no, not semicolon, but the 2 dots, space, slash, and R. Sorry, it's this one right here that worked. Okay, and it was just so confusing trying to get this setup going, just trying to, like I said, I don't code, so I had to, I had an old Nokia phone that I actually used command prompt a lot previously, so it wasn't like one of these experiences that just confounded me. All right, I had the Nokia N900 where you had to use the command prompt quite a bit for stuff. So, but I don't code now, so it's really kind of confusing how that's set up. And I went through like so many versions of this that you guys can see. This version with the parentheses, that version with the brackets didn't work. This version here. And so I got to this version. This is how you guys should just set up CHKDSK space, whatever the drive, the 2 dots, space, the slash and the R. And then you press enter. And this is what happens. So the type file is exFAT. It goes through examining it, correcting it for errors and stuff like that. In the end, it says this does not have enough space to replace bad clusters, right? And I was really afraid of this when this came up, because I was like, oh my gosh, it didn't work. It didn't work. I was so afraid of this because it didn't work, because it would have been such a nightmare for me if this didn't work. But even with this message, even with that message, it worked, because you guys can see all my files are there, and it did work. All my files are there. I went, looked at all the files. It existed. I don't think it formatted 100%. I don't know. Like I said, I know enough about PCs, computers, and I know enough about the command prompt to actually have this not be a scary experience for me, because I know a lot of people that have never used the command prompt. This is just another language to them. But hope this helps you guys out, because it really did work for me. And I'm gonna put this up because oh my gosh, I went through so many videos, the worst videos in the world, to actually resolve this issue. The most in-depth videos. All right, so just look what all right, go to start in your menu, hit the menu, go to start, type in CMD, which is the command prompt. Okay, the first prompt that comes up, all you gotta do is just type this line right here, right? The way it's set up. I don't know why my jeez, man, this phone is so bad when it's recording. It's kind of blurry, but CHKDSK space, what drive your SD card is in, 2 dots, space, slash R, press enter, and you're gonna wait like 5 minutes. It's verifying files and folders. That's gonna hang out for like, I don't know how long, how much stuff you got on there. And when it's finished, it's gonna say the rest of it. But even when it says that, it does retrieve all of your files. So good luck with your issues, guys. I'm pretty sure like 99% of the time this will help you guys with this problem. Probably 100%. This is like the way it works for you guys to retrieve all your pictures, videos, all that stuff. So good luck, guys.